Okay, so this is 8.2 special right triangles. We're going to start with the 45, 45, 90 triangle. So this means every triangle we're looking at has exactly those three angles on the inside. All right, those are the three angle measures. Now, we are not doing anything with those three angle measures. We're just going to be focused on this three side lengths, okay? So the inside numbers are not going to change. It's the side lengths that we're going to be focusing on. So here's the relationship. If we have these three angle measures, what do you guys notice about the two legs of the triangle? Yeah, they're both the same. So the legs are going to be congruent. They're going to be exactly the same number. So if you have one leg, you automatically know the other leg. So I'm going to go ahead and label both of those X as my two legs. And then this is what happens with the hypotenuse. So remember, our hypotenuse is across from the right angle. And I'm going to start using HYP for hypotenuse. Does that make sense to you guys? Hype? Okay. So the relationship there is we just take whatever we have for the leg, X, and multiply that times the square root of 2. So if we've got 5, we have 5, 5, 5 square root of 2. If we have 6, we have 6, 6, 6 square root of 2. So we just take that number times square root of 2. Okay? So that is how we find the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, so looking down here, we're going to fill out this chart using that relationship. So let's start at this top row. If I have one leg, I automatically know the other leg. Those are exactly the same. So these are both going to be 5. Does that make sense? Okay. So then to get the hypotenuse, we just take that number, tack on a square root of 2. So it's just 5 square root of 2. Okay, questions about that? Okay, now looking at the next row, we're working backwards. So here's where we have to think a little bit. If we're going, what's the opposite of multiplying by the square root of 2? So we're going to do the opposite. So instead of multiplying by square root of 2 to get our legs, we're going to take that and divide by the square root of 2. Now, you guys, once we get to a point where we're comfortable with this, we don't have to write all this out. But what happens is those just cancel each other out. So then we just have 3. Okay, and then we have 3. Okay, next one. So we're going backwards again. We have the hypotenuse. We're finding the leg. So we're going to use division. So we're going to take that 6 square root of 2 and divide by square root of 2. All right, so these cancel. Then we just have 6 and 6. Okay, have I lost anyone yet? Okay, so that first 3 rows are pretty nice, right? We just have the whole numbers and then the whole number with the square root of 2. But here's where it gets a little more messy. Now with 10, there's no square root of 2 with it. So what we're going to do is we're still going to divide. But there's nothing that cancels on that one, so we're just going to leave it like that. Okay? We could do some more simplification, but we're just not going to learn that right now. So we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, then we have 2 square root of 6. I'm going to go ahead and transfer that to the other leg, since I know both of those are the same. Okay, so now we're back to having the legs and finding the hypotenuse. So if we're going from leg to hypotenuse, we multiply. So we take that 2 square root of 6 times square root of 2. Okay, so let's use those skills we've been working on, simplifying those radicals. So we're going to multiply the 6 and 2 together. to get the square root of 12. Okay, are there any perfect squares we can divide out of 12? Yeah, 4. So we're going to take the 12 and turn that into 4 times 3. Okay, and I'm going to skip that step where we write them under their own radicals and just go ahead and skip to 2 times 2 times square root of 3. So our final result is 4 square root of 3. Okay, so that one was a little messy because we had to do the simplification. But you're still just multiplying by that square root of 2. Okay, next one, 15. We're starting with hypotenuse. So to go backwards, we multiply or divide. So we're going to divide. So we just have 15 over the square root of 2. Nothing cancels there, so we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, we got square root of 14. I'm going to go ahead and copy that onto my other leg. Okay, so we take that square root of 14, multiply by square root of 2. And we're going to simplify. So 14 times 2 is 28. Okay, are there any perfect squares we can divide out of 28? Let's see. Can we divide out 16? What about 9? Maybe 4? Okay, so we're going to use 4 and 7. Okay, so the one that we pull out is the one that's perfect square. Square root of 4 becomes 2. Square root of 7 stays square root of 7. Okay, questions about that one? Okay, last one. Got the hypotenuse. We're going to find the legs, so we divide. Okay. Now, haven't really talked about this at all, but anyone want to guess what you could do with those square roots? Since the 6 and 2 divide evenly? Yeah. So actually what we could do here is make this look a little nicer and get 8 square root of 3. No. But you could. Okay. So our 2 rules. If we have the length of the leg, do we multiply or divide to get the hypotenuse? We're going from leg to hypotenuse. We multiply, okay. Okay, and our other rule, if we have the hypotenuse and we're going to the leg, we divide by square root of 2.